Hey, it's me, ABSD, and welcome to the Inner Dialogue podcast. I am sitting on the floor in the bathroom in my apartment. It is August 13th, 4:41 p.m., and today went nothing like I thought the day would go. I do some babysitting and caregiving where I spend the night overnight with the adult or child who needs the care. Lily, you can't be there and lick. No. If you're going to be in here, you have to be in here and not lick. Yeah. No. If you want to be in here. Lily. I'm going to give her a minute. Let her settle. Let's start the episode over. Take a deep breath and come into my body. Take a deep breath and become present in this moment. Take a deep breath and know that I am safe, I am loved, I am worthy, I am enough, and I do my best, and my best is enough. It's August 13th, 4:43 p.m., and it's me, ABSD. Welcome to the Inner Dialogue podcast. I am not really sure exactly what is going to come up in this space today. I have really kind of stepped away from the podcast for the last couple of weeks. I have posted a few episodes, but have really decided to take some space for me and do what feels good. And podcasting has just not felt good recently. I know it will again soon, but at this time, it just hasn't. I wanted to come into this space today because I had something happen in my life last night that I had sat with and processed and worked my way through the feelings around it. And it feels like something I want to share. I do some caregiving for a man. He's 20 with Down syndrome. And part of that caregiving is doing overnights with him on occasion. And I have done a few overnights with him. But the last time I was there, he decided to leave in the middle of the night using his key privilege to open the door and walk to the gas station up the road and hold up the gas station with a knife. The cops were called and he was brought into the hospital and put on a mental health hold for the night, until I woke up the next morning and discovered that he was not there, and had to go through the process of looking for him, searching the neighborhood, talking to deputies, identifying him, and relaying all of this information to his father as well. So last night, I was doing an overnight with him, and after that last incident, he lost his privilege of having keys for the house. And I went to bed around 10 p.m. and at midnight, the cat woke me up, which was a bit peculiar because the cat sleeps in the room with the person that I do caregiving for. I got up to discover that he had made the choice to get down the Allen wrench to open the extra security piece on the back door and left the house. Through searching for him outside and in the front and then around the neighborhood in my car, I decided to drive up to that same gas station where he went the last time. It was there I found 2 cops and had a feeling that he was the reason why the cops were there. And by the time I got to the scene, he was already gone. He had been arrested and charged with a um, he was charged with aggravated menacing or assault, and his bond was set at $2,500. Through many phone calls and tracking him down and figuring out where he was, I found out that they were keeping him in a jail cell alone at the local jail, and he was on a 15-minute check schedule because he said that he wanted to self-harm. He was safe, he was okay, and he would either have to wait for his bond to be paid or for a judge to see him on Monday during typical work hours. I don't know what the family decided to do. I got all of the information. I passed it on to Dad, and once Dad woke up a few hours later and was able to see all of the information that I sent him, and he could make that choice for himself. But I made the decision to no longer do caregiving for this family because a boundary of mine was crossed. The first time felt like a lesson to be learned. The second time felt intentional and it felt bad. I was scared. I was angry. I was hurt. And truthfully, that's not something that I want to put myself in the way of happening again, for his safety, but also for my safety. It does not feel good or accessible to wake up in the middle of the night or in the morning and have the person that you are watching, making sure that they are safe, find that they're gone. And this time, the consequence was a lot different than the last time. Being taken to the hospital the first time and having attention and being kept in a hospital bed and having people look after you. And I'm sure that there were snacks involved, to being brought to the jail and being put in a jail cell and processed and charged is very different. Quit your licking or you have to leave the room. Stop licking or I'm going to make you leave the room. Okay, I gotta get the dog out of here. BRB. I'm kicking the dog out because she is looking obsessively, and that's all I can. The lick. I think I wanted to share that today because I found a new boundary that I didn't know that I had before. And I think that's sometimes how boundaries work, is that we don't realize the boundary is there until the boundary is crossed, but it is up to us to make sure that we are maintaining our boundary after it is crossed. And so when the dad reached out this afternoon, I told him that I can no longer do caregiving for them and had to cancel a multiple night overnight that was coming up over Labor Day. I don't feel safe doing that. I don't feel that it is safe for the person I'm doing caregiving for. And I feel it's a natural consequence to his actions. And once, it's a lesson to be learned, but twice, you're honestly taking a risk. You're taking a risk at fate at that point. And I'm just grateful he's alive and safe, because it's very possible that in a situation that he put himself in, holding up a gas station with a knife, kicking over sunglass stands, and creating destruction, that he could have been harmed or hurt or worse. And I'm grateful that wasn't the case. I'm grateful that the jail accommodated his disability and put him by himself instead of with general population. I'm grateful for how it turned out from the choice that was made. Would I have preferred that choice not been made and that I wake up and he was still in the house? Yeah, but that's not what happened. And so I had to adjust, and I had to problem solve as I went, which meant talking to the cops, which meant calling the jail, which meant calling the non-emergency number and getting transferred back to the jail and calling the jail again, and transferring all this information to his dad, and making sure that I found everything that I needed to find out and did my due diligence to make sure that he was safe. I did everything that I could, but I'm not going to post and pay his bond, and it's not my decision to make to do that. And maybe they wanted to leave him in there until Monday. That'd be the consequence. I don't know. It's not for me to know. And I'm proud of myself for maintaining a boundary. I'm proud of myself for feeling the boundary is there and then being able to vocalize that I need to maintain it. I'm proud of myself for coming home in the middle of the night when I did, and feeling all of the feelings when I did come home. I walked in my front door after having to wake up Nick through the dog barking because our door was double bolted and I had no way to get in. And I walked in and immediately just started crying, and he hugged me while I cried. And after I cried a bit and felt that fear and that anger come out of me, I was able to just be. And I was still not completely connected with my body, and I'm aware of that. And I struggled to slow my body down after that. I was so wired, and it was really hard for me to fall asleep and then stay asleep. So I didn't sleep much last night at all. But I woke up today and I did things that felt good. Nick and I went and walked the dog together. We went to breakfast together and came home and then caught up on my favorite reality TV show, Big Brother, which is on right now, and I'm obsessed. This season is already so good, and it's only week 1. And then what I'm really proud of myself for doing today is knowing I wanted to journal and meditate, but feeling as if doing that in the park outside would feel the best and was what I needed right now. And so I packed up my things and I drove to the park, found a place in between 3 beautiful trees, and planted myself for a couple of hours, meditating and journaling and just being in nature and feeling the breeze and watching the wind move the grass and the trees and people connect in community and just be with their loved ones and celebrate that they had time on a Sunday to have a barbecue and go to the park and all of the things. It was a wonderful space, and it allowed me to release the energy that I had inside of me regarding this situation. It gave me space to come back into my body and to find a moment of gratitude and a moment of groundedness, and be able to know that there's so much peace, love, and joy inside of me. And a situation like this, a situation that I went through today, unexpected, was not going to control the way that I continued forward with my day or life. I felt it. I gave myself space to experience what I was experiencing. And I sat with myself, I sat with my body, and I returned back to it. For me, being in a situation like this that had a lot of fear and a lot of anger and a lot of anxiety built into it, I had to release those feelings. I had to give them away. I had to let them go. And I really believe that we always are right where we're meant to be. And the meditation that I did today was perfect for what I needed. And I'm grateful for that. I feel I let go of a piece of this life that I am in the process of letting go of further. My roots and my ties with Aurora and this area, I am uprooting right now. I am in the process of starting a new journey and a new experience and a new chapter in my life book. And that family was just not meant to be part of that. And that's okay. So now I am down to one family, and I do plan to stay with them for as long as feels good. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the connection that I have with that family, and that we can continue to grow in community with each other. And I love them both dearly, and I'm grateful for the relationship. An update about our house. We have not closed yet. We are meant to close on Tuesday, the 15th, in 2 days. We heard on Friday from our agent that the house is still in probate, and so closing may have to be pushed. She wanted to prepare us for that. Probate is with the judge right now and needing to be signed off by the judge so that it can be released from probate. And I am holding on to hope that we close on the 15th. But I also know that I have to let it go and surrender that whatever the timing is meant to be will be. And I am hopeful that we are going to still be moving this weekend. I want to move this weekend. I want to move this weekend. I want to move in less than a week. And if that happens, amazing. If that doesn't, it's out of my control. And I will do everything that I can do, but there's so much I can't control, and I have to release that. And however it's meant to happen, it will happen. And I'm grateful for that. I learned a lot in the last 24 hours, and I am still understanding all of those lessons that were made known to me. A cool moment, a nudge from the universe that came in the midst of all of it was last night at 2:30 in the morning, I was sitting on my couch and decompressing from what had just happened, and was scrolling on Instagram when I came across a new account through a ad of a new program that this person is offering. And through scrolling through their Instagram, I felt very aligned with what they were teaching, and I stumbled upon one of their lives from a month ago that felt very aligned and it felt like it was speaking to me in a lot of ways. And so I bought their program, and that felt really good. That felt really good to do. And I start tomorrow with meeting with them, and there are 3 sessions, and I'm excited to see what I learn about myself and my soul and my journey. And I will be sure to share that in this space with all of you. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for being there and loving me deeply. Alyssa, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for how you showed up in an unexpected situation. I'm so proud of you for giving yourself space to cry, giving yourself space to figure it out, and for taking action, and for staying as grounded as you possibly could in those moments. I'm proud of you for asking for help. I'm proud of you for asking questions and asking and getting answers that you needed and wanted. I'm proud of you for showing up. And I'm proud of you for also listening to what you needed, and for setting boundaries, and for clearing your energy and taking the time to do that and reclaiming the energy that you want. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I love you so deeply. And this felt like a moment of growth. It felt like meditation and journaling and affirmations and giving myself space and time, and everything that I've learned compounding into being a beautiful moment such as today, and being able to use the tools to reground me and to clear space and to clear energy and to find my way back into my body. And I'm grateful for the tools that I've learned and how I've been putting them into practice, so that when a moment does come up, that I have them ready and accessible for me. And I know that they will make me feel good taking action and doing those tools, using those tools. I meditated the longest that I've meditated since I started meditation over a month ago, and I journaled for an hour, and it felt amazing just being able to write and to let it out and to share my story and to just flow where I needed to flow. I'm really grateful. Today has been unexpected, and I'm okay with that. I feel like I handled the unexpected to the best that I could. And when I do my best, and God does the rest. I love each and every one of you so deeply. And I'm grateful you're here in this space with me. I'm grateful I can share my experiences and share how I navigate through life and be able to bring that into this inner dialogue space. We're not shooting for perfection, we're shooting for growth. And right now, I'm growing into every piece of my authenticity and the uniqueness that makes me me. And I love that that has continued to open in all different unexpected ways. And I love the person that I meet every day. And I fall more and more in love with the pieces that I uncover. It has been a beautiful journey so far. and we're only just beginning. I love you. Take up space, love loudly, be authentically you. Bye.